We're staying on top of decision 2024 in the race for the White House. Today, the field of candidates narrowed by 2. Democrat Dean Phillips dropped out, and more notably, so did Republican Nikki Haley. Speaking this morning in her home state of South Carolina, Haley said she was proud of her campaign and what it had accomplished. NBC 10 political commentator and my At Issue co-host Sue O'Connell live in the newsroom for us. Sue, Nikki Haley amassed some high-profile endorsements. She sure raised a lot of money. She's not a candidate anymore, though, but she remains a savvy political operator within the GOP. What's her role in the party moving forward over the course of this next year?
Yeah, Corey, that remains an open question, right? She exited pretty much on her own terms. Obviously, she wanted to win, but she left. And although she was far from being the nominee, she does still have some delegates and some voters who may be sticking with her, right? So she clearly said in her speech that she is a conservative Republican, so I don't think we'll see her joining the No Labels Party, which is a party made up of Democrats and Republicans. So the questions are, will Trump actively seek her support? Is she waiting in the wings in case Trump drops out or he can't run? Or is she already running for 2028? We'll see.
Sue, Haley rarely got the majority in these primaries, but she was able to walk away with around 30% of the vote. And a lot of those folks later said that they would not support Trump if he was the nominee. But Trump doesn't seem worried about uniting the party. Earlier today, he said doesn't think that he needs too many of Nikki Haley voters to actually win the election. What?
Right. Well, first, Corey, the Republican Party is now the Trump Party. So he can basically do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to unite anybody. But it's a question about whether or not Republican voters are going to hold their noses again and vote for him. And as we dig into these exit polls, we're seeing that a portion of the Haley voters do not want to support Trump, as we've been talking about. But her voters are made up of Republicans, Democrats, and independents. So the group of Republicans who won't vote for Trump may be a bit smaller than the vote tally indicates. So maybe that's why he's not so worried. But of course, as this campaign develops, he may suddenly get worried and then he may change his tune, or he'll just keep talking the way that he's talking.
All right, so before you go, I want to read you a quote about January 6, 2021. Quote, "There is no question that President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of that day. A mob was assaulting the Capitol in his name." The man who said that was Mitch McConnell. Today, he endorsed Donald Trump. What's the political calculus behind a decision like that from a guy like Mitch McConnell?
Well, Corey, politics, as you know, is a transactional business, and McConnell is the leader of the Republicans in the Senate, at least until November. Look, although McConnell has reportedly not even spoken to Trump since 2020, when McConnell declared that Democrat Joe Biden was the winner of the year's presidential election, McConnell's job is to support the Republican Party, and the voters have clearly spoken, so McConnell has gotten in line. And look, let's not gloss over this. Trump has a plan and a vision for America, and clearly Mitch McConnell agrees with it.
All right, Sue, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
As always, of course, we're going to recap all the latest political headlines Sunday morning right here on NBC 10 Boston, just like we do every Sunday morning. It starts at 10:30 with Meet the Press, moderated by Kristen Welker. And then at 11:30, join me and Sue for At Issue. This week's guest, Massachusetts AG Andrea Campbell. In the meantime, you can listen to our Taking Issue podcast. A new episode posts every week. You can listen on NBC10Boston.com/@issue, or you can stream episodes wherever you get your favorite podcasts.